Alright, what's going on, guys? So you might have seen over like the past week or so, there has been a lot of discussion over social media about a certain individual that goes by the name Mia Khalifa. You guys may or may not be familiar with her. If we ask Google, it says Mia Khalifa, American Lebanese sports commentator. Wow, that's interesting. I actually didn't even know that. Well, I mean, actually, now that I think about it, I think she did have a lot of time on BBC News, if that counts. I think she had a couple specials on there, but I mean, like, come on, man. You know, that's like Googling Michael Jordan and it says former baseball player. Like, I mean, yeah, he did play baseball, but come on, man. Like, we know what's going on here. I'll put some pictures up on the screen to maybe help some of you recognize her if you're not familiar, but I'm pretty sure everyone already knows who she is, right? I mean, long story short, she was an actress. Not the type of movies that you would typically see at the movie theater, maybe, or Netflix, but still an actress, right? So the reason she is making headlines once again is basically because she has kind of come out on social media and said that she really has a lot of like regret about the time that she spent in the industry. She felt she was taken advantage of, not compensated properly for her work and her popularity, and overall just wishes that people would see her as something more than just an ex-performer, you know what I mean? So a lot of people were kind of like rallying around this message and showing support and empathy and stuff. There's actually a petition, believe it or not, with over 1.8 million signatures on it demanding that all of her videos be removed from the internet. Now, I gotta give a little bit of credit here. 1.8 million is a lot of people. That's a big statement, but unfortunately, that's not really how the internet works, right? Like, once you put something on the internet, it's most likely gonna always be on the internet, right? Like, that's just kind of how things go. So, you know, you really gotta think about stuff before you post it online. But, you know, 1.8 million, still a pretty remarkable figure, right? Now, you guys may remember this whole situation kind of started about a year or so ago. I'm like 99% sure I even did a video back then covering it. But she revealed on Twitter that during her entire time in the industry, she only made a total of $12,000. Now, obviously, that's a pretty small amount of money considering the amount of work that she did and the popularity that she had. So people were pretty shocked about this and upset about it, and that once again has been brought up recently because she decided to speak up against one of her former employers from the industry. I'll put the tweets up on the screen, but basically to summarize what they say, she feels that the way they are conducting their business is wrong, and because of that, it is negatively impacting her life till this day, and basically she just wants them to stop, right? Now, the reason I bring that up and the reason that this has been trending recently is because they actually responded to all of her claims that she's been making, and they brought the receipts, all right? And that is the reason for the title of this video. They actually really went all out, okay? They made like a whole website talking about it called Facts Beat Fiction. Wouldn't really expect that's what would be on the site, you know, based off that name, but they kind of break down some of her statements that she's made, you know, over like the last 2 years or whatever, point by point, and then they reveal the truth about the whole situation. So I'm gonna just pick out a few points because they went pretty in depth with it, but you know, here are some of the ones that, you know, I found to be important. Claim: Mia has repeatedly stated she only made $12,000 in the adult industry. The facts: Mia received in excess of $178,000 from Bang Bros and its affiliated entities alone. We have no idea how much she made with the other 3 adult brands that she performed for before she performed for Bang Bros. So yeah, $178,000 versus $12,000. That's a pretty big difference. Like, that's a lot of money to lie about. Claim: Mia has repeatedly stated she was only in the adult industry for 3 months. The facts: Mia performed with the adult film and cam industry from mid-late 2014 through July 2017, 2 years and 9 months to be exact. So once again, it seems that her numbers might be a little bit off, and by a little bit off, I mean pretty significantly off. I mean, if it was really that bad of an experience, would you continue to do it for 3 years? Claim. Mia has recently claimed 6 years later that she was manipulated into her contract. The facts. Mia Khalifa was never manipulated into signing her contract. In fact, she renewed her contract for more years and negotiated different terms into it. She actually was quite excited to be on contract, as you can see here. So yeah, the fact that she actually renewed her contract and extended it for a longer period of time doesn't really help her case. You know what I mean? Like, if it was really so terrible, that's probably something you don't do, right? So basically, let's keep it real here. This is what happened, right? She participated in some videos online without really considering the consequences of doing so and, you know, how this was going to affect her in the future. And, you know, she got paid quite a bit of money for doing it. So at the time, she was probably more okay with it. And then, like, you know, 5 years later, she started to regret that decision and was like, yeah, actually, you know, I kind of wish I didn't do that. You know, she kind of tried to pull the victim card a little bit. And it seems that she lied about a lot of the stuff in order to gain, like, more sympathy from people. And, you know, the crazy part is, I don't think she needed to do that, you know? She could have just said, hey, you guys, you know, I was a part of this industry for a long time. They treated me really poorly, blah, blah, blah. You know, I encourage all girls considering this to really think twice about it, you know, because now looking back, like, this is really affecting my life poorly. You know, I didn't think it would be this way. And, you know, at the time, you know, I didn't think about it or whatever. You know, I'm just here trying to help others, you know, whatever, like a little something like statement like that, right? And I think had she done that, she still would have got quite a lot of support, right? But once you go and, like, start lying about certain stuff like money or whatever, then you're kind of opening yourself up to just receive more hate that I think could have been pretty easily avoided. I'm sure you did have a lot of bad experiences, right? I don't think you need to exaggerate to convince anyone of that. Like, I think we all kind of know that's probably, like, not the best place to go looking for employment if you're interested in being treated well, right? You know, I'm sure some bad stuff happens, but 12,000 versus 178,000, like, nah, man, that's too much. You can't lie about that. That's ridiculous. You know, like, you aren't gonna get any supporters lying about stuff like that. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen, but, you know, clearly they came with the receipts. They have, like, a whole web page and a whole article with, like, you know, links to proof of stuff. Like, they got all sorts of stuff. They came prepared to refute all of your claims. So now, you know, you look kind of stupid in the whole situation. So this probably isn't the way you thought this was gonna go, but unfortunately, you kind of did it to yourself. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.